that's pretty cool. That doesn't make any sense.
Closer?
Yeah.
He's 15 years younger, but he doesn't look like it.
62, 73, 92, 2000. I love that.
You guys, welcome to the Ranger wrap-up. We are back. We all took a week off for Joe's birthday.
Yeah, right? It's like it's a national holiday, or at least a hashtag holiday.
So we should have let you guys know so you guys could take a week off too and spend the day celebrating Joe and his
all his glory,
right?
All
his glory, yes.
Yeah, pretty much since he's whatever.
You know.
Look, we're just happy that he hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
So that's why we're really excited. We're gonna kind of be, all right? Goodness, gosh, it's like a peanut gallery here, guys.
Happy in a sense. He could have died if you
many times. If you guys know the stories behind.
Times. But you guys, thank you so much for joining us today on your Saturday. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us.
And we appreciate it.
Let's see who's in the chat. We got the 8 Games, Thomas, Franco, Denise, Staval, The Blur, the 8, Blackwing, Layla, John Marrero, Tony Robinson, and Jared Hodges. My name is not Jazz. I am not an Autobot Transformer. It is Jezzer. There is a name right there at the bottom. If you guys can't read, then you guys have some issues before, bigger than what Power Ranger news we got.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming out. Probably hit up that what is it, Rosetta Stone maybe, or
I don't, or the thing called school.
Yeah, first grade, second grade, But I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around with you.
I'm not. Be remedial. You guys are horrible.
I know.
We love you guys. We love you guys. Come on, get out of here.
So Daniel, how's your week going, man?
My week has been good, even though I've been suffering.
That and up until right when we got here, it was pretty bad.
Oh my God!
That really set me back a little bit.
Okay, right now we our offices here are in. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a pullback. We're in Beverly Hills, but we're on the outskirts of Beverly Hills.
I think this is
It is. See, we're in the outskirts of Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. They kind of converge. We are literally actually in the heart of WeHo. Because we go right up the street and it's like Boys Town, heavy. Like all the stuff is happening over there. Trust me, like the Abbey and all that stuff is not far. Ooh, you guys are figuring out where we are, aren't you? Huh? You'll never know. So, right. But no, so we're here in West Hollywood, and the problem is, not the problem, but the problem for me is that since it's Pride Month, that means that every weekend during Pride Month, there's going to be a huge just amount of people covering the streets, partying, enjoying everything, doing everything that you wish you could do throughout the week, on the weekend, and just enjoying themselves. But the problem is, with that happening, that means there's almost no parking. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're just hoping you find somewhere close to where you work or where you're supposed to be. Yeah. And it's the hardest thing to do. I think I got into 3 fights before I found a parking spot.
Did you really?
No, not really.
I mean, that'd be funny though.
It would have been, because I would have got out of my car and been like, well, if I'm not caught, I'm not going to jail today. And
But you guys, thank you so much. But also, Mr. Brent Darby hit us with a super chat. If you guys don't know what that super chat button does, it helps support the show. It helps keeps the lights on. Look at this.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, what is that? What is Neft?
It helps us from a background. Now, Neft is a great product. Neft is the lifeblood of Joseph. It is vodka. And it's probably the smoothest vodka in the world. And it's partnered with us here at that hashtag show. Yes. So we're glad and happy enough that they went ahead and gave us a backdrop that we now have. So you'll be able to see that Neft is together with, that hashtag show. Yeah. It's all love. It's all love, guys.
All love. Well, yeah, that super chat button really helps the show. And Brent Darby hit us with one, £2. And he says, yo, my dudes, missed you last week. We missed you, Brent Darby.
We definitely
missed
did.
you. What is this? Johnny Murrah says, hey, Jezzer, Daniel, you excited for the Beast Morphers triple dino crossover? Well, yeah, we've been excited since we broke the news. Yes. And you guys are finally accepting it. There are a few people that still are iffy. Oh, it's not going to happen. It's not real. You guys aren't a reliable source. There's pictures from the set. And I'm going back watching the last Ranger wrap-up we had.
Brett and
Maria, and I'm reading the comments. Oh, he's so annoyed at you guys. He's so mad. You guys don't know that he is an actor. He is under an NDA.
Yeah.
He is pretty versatile as far as how to play off not giving away things.
And then also there's the fact and the truth that we kind of prepare what we're going to do. He knows what questions. He's a friend of ours, guys. We're not going to blindside him in any way. Yeah, we actually want Brendan to come back, and we still want to continue being his friend. We prep with a conversation of, hey, this is what we're going to talk about. Is this good or is this bad? Yeah. Is this good? Is this bad? All right, so if you at any time during the conversation changed and you said something that was good is going to be bad, just say you don't know or play it, in that way. Exactly. He's like, all right, cool. And that's exactly what we did, guys. Yeah, just a little behind the scenes. This is what Hollywood is, guys.
I was reading something. He does not want to be there. He's so mad at you guys. You guys are so stupid.
Yeah, he was so mad at us.
Well, not our hashtaggers. It's Ranger fandom. You guys are the best.
He was so mad at us that he shared the video on Twitter and everything else so many times.
Yeah, we also got a super chat from Larry Newbill. He hit us with $10, but he didn't say anything.
Larry is that dope where he doesn't have to. Larry's like, hey guys, just wanted to show you I love you. I was going to wear your t-shirt today, but I said I was going to hold back because later we're going to be doing something with a special guest. Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have checked out. We did a podcast. We released a podcast last week. That's right.
The Illuminati episode 1. We had it with Brendan. It was so good.
It was great. I love it. And
it's pulling up right now, but I'll just hold off. Toku Kid hit us with a super chat. He said, read some spoilers from the Black Book. We don't have the Black Book here. Oh, is that?
Oh, we do.
No, we do.
No, we do.
We're not.
We do, but we're not reading it. We're not reading it.
You guys have to wait.
No, Toku Kid, we're not going to. Don't be evil.
We have another super chat from Shay that says, nerds don't understand how it works. That's Shay, right?
Yeah, that's Shay. Yeah. It's true. Nerds don't understand how it works. You know what? No, the truth is, I feel nerds and geeks definitely do understand how it is. But the only problem is, they're those lifeless trolls that they don't have a life. And so what they do, they continue to troll in a way that's not even conducive. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like Toku Troll. Toku Troll is fun. He's funny. Toku Kid, a.k.a. Toku Troll.
So, to a point.
He's funny.
To a point.
He's good.
To a point, yeah. I see that middle finger.
His trolling is something that is like, oh, that was funny. We all got the joke. I like that. Yep. Versus other people, they're like, oh, and it's like you're not even in on this.
I wish I could just go through Twitter right now, but it's it's a thing.
It is.
Larry Newbell hit us with another super chat. Thank you, Larry. He says, I still don't believe you guys. JK. Hold on, don't spit on anything. I always believe you fellas. Miss you fellas. Yeah, we miss you too, man. We miss you.
Thank you. We are funny enough. We also believe us.
Yeah, I believe. I believe you. I kind of believe Joe.
Kind of
like 80% Joe, because he always hits us with these like.
Oh man, no.
I know we know we've told this before. There's when Ninja Steel came out, and they had the other guy that was cast as Yellow Ranger. And then they had Nico come in, and then he told me, oh yeah, that Yellow Ranger dies within the first few episodes, and they have to replace him. And I wasn't caught up on Ninja Steel, so I started watching it, and I came back to Joe. I was like, you're an asshole.
You lied. You dick.
You're such a liar. You know, it's
Joe will do that every once in a while. No, but when his news is being released, we don't do that.
Yeah, we do not.
And speaking about news that was released, I mean, we brought it up already.
Yeah, we did.
But as of recently, we just broke a story that, once again, we got to get hit with people not believing. Yeah. But it seems like other people in the Ranger community definitely are.
The fact that some people are not believing, some fans are not believing this is like, oh, is it such a far-fetched idea that Dr. K would come back to Power Rangers? Is that such
a season with Evox being a villain that is very close to her villain, Vengeance, who she figured out.
Yep. And they mentioned him within the first episode.
Yes, they did. They mentioned all these names, and he was one of the ones, dude. And we know that apparently they understand as far as I won't say dimension hopping, but they understand that there are other dimensions out there and other realities also that exist. That's how they also mentioned in the first episode. So the
Joe's a Gemini. What do you expect?
True.
Truth.
But no, I mean, with that being the case, I'm excited. Yeah. Because I want to see how she is going to help them. And it's most likely going to be that whole thing of Evox getting his body. Yeah. And then they're going to have to figure out how to get him out. And it's going to be he probably takes over the Silver Ranger's body. In my opinion, I'm not saying this is something that we've heard or read. I'm just saying this is what I think. would happen, or logically makes sense.
Johnny Marrero, he says, yes, Dr. K is coming to the Triple Dino crossover. I don't necessarily think that she is going to be in that episode. Daniel. I think...
It was swirling, like swiveling.
I think that it's another separate episode that she will be in, and that's fine. I'm totally fine with it.
This is not helping. This is making it worse. Oh, God.
Yeah, so, if you guys watched the video that was released yesterday, Joe said that Dr. K, the actress playing Dr. K, is going to be coming back for Beast Morphers in 2020.
Yes.
Pretty exciting.
So that means season 2.
Season 2.
Right?
So, yeah, season 2. I'd be surprised if it was season 1.
I would be shocked if it was season 1. So maybe she won't be here for Evox taking over.
But I do know that they're done filming season 1 and 2.
They're finished.
Done.
They're finished.
The actors are back in the States.
Yes, we need to get Abraham here.
Yes, we'll reach out to him and have him come in. I'll probably have more of the cast come in. It'll be great. But yes, so tell us what you guys think about the story. Honestly, like, I'm excited because I kind of want Dr. K to be, because we got a little bit of more of her story in the Shattered Grid.
Yeah, man.
That was so good.
Yeah, man.
That was so good.
And speaking of, like, going into that, speaking of stories, good stories.
Good
stories that we
stories.
Actually like. Yeah. Let's talk about a story that's not that good. I'm sorry to say it, guys.
There was a comment. There's a comment when we wrapped up, didn't wrap up. We talked about Mighty Go-Go Power Rangers, and they're like, "Why aren't you guys talking about Beyond the Grid?"
Here's your answer.
There's so many things about it. It makes it. First off, it makes it so hard for you to follow. Oh. And then the art style is so I want to say lazy.
It is. There's nothing dynamic about it.
Yeah, I want to say lazy.
There's nothing dynamic about it. First, it was cool when we were able to have the kind of the color contrast and the use of the coloring when it was the Solar Ranger showing up and how they would play with it digitally and kind of make her kind of like static and sparse and things like that. That was cool at first. But after seeing it in 3 issues, you're like, okay, now I've got that. Here they go, and they say, let's make all the Rangers Solar Rangers. And it was like, yeah, now I don't want to see this anymore. And just the boring use of like straight lines, no real dynamic to anything that was happening in the art style. It very boring.
Yeah, the Solar Ranger looked cool, but when they started making the other Rangers, new Rangers, it was lazy. Like, it was lazy.
And then also, one thing that I definitely hated, I'm sorry guys if we're pooping all over it, but it's just our opinion. So if you don't like the opinion, it's understandable. Hear it, so this way you can tell us in the comments why you disagree. That's all I'm asking. Yes. But I will say I hated their Zords. Their Zords were just spaceships. That's all they were. In there, it was just... I get why they were spaceships. I definitely understand it.
Rangers in space?
But the thing is, yeah, I mean, think about it. That's what they were. But the thing is, we've seen other Rangers with spaceships. Yes, congratulations. I mean, Power Ranger Space. Also,
what would you have?
Also, Q Ranger.
Yeah, what would you have?
Spaceships. Dopeness. But, honestly, the thing is, before they were Solar Rangers, they all had their own type of Zords, blah, blah. And there's no way we can connect all their Zords to something. We're getting a lot. We got to go through this.
All right, Leia, we got to stop. We'll go with the first one. Brent Darby hit us with a super chat. He says, glad they aren't bringing back Rangers. Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's not, financially...
suitable.
And I understand why they're not. So, yes. Toku Kid says, if it was an anime filler arc, but... cool suits. Yes, it was definitely. I felt like the whole series was a filler.
Actually,
to the point where, like, at the end of it, they kind of just went back. It's like, so nothing happened.
Well, no, something happened, but the thing is, it's like Lost. It literally is like Lost. So what happened on the island didn't matter? No,
like, none of this
mattered to us. And you were like, wow, thanks for the cop out. Yeah. I really hate you guys.
You guys wasted so much ink, so much writing, so much story. For nothing.
And the head writer is so ingenious with what she does. And it just felt to me like an injustice that was done to her. I felt like they They put out the story. They saw that people weren't liking it. They tried to go for a whole Star Trek kind of thing where they're, kind of looking into the unknown and navigating through it while still trying to keep a hold on what's good and blah, blah, blah. Yes, there was a message of inclusion. Bravo for that. Solar Ranger is gay, and she has her lover, which is that Catwoman and all that stuff. I forgot her name, but she ends up being a Yellow Ranger, which was cool in the end, and I like that. Congratulations, that's something that's really huge. The first openly gay Ranger, and that's big. But besides that landmark, what else did we really pull from this? You tell me that you remember the villain. Because I don't.
No.
You tell me that you'll remember how cool their individual Zords were. Because I don't. You tell me how cool their Megazord was, and I'll agree with you there.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you there. Their Megazord looked dope, but it was only used for like roughly 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's a I don't know. Like they even had like these stories with some of the characters where it was not true to the characters that we've grown up with.
Yes.
Like that, that Ranger would never do that. That Ranger would never say that. It doesn't make any sense. We got 2 more super chats. One from the Blur. He says, "Was sick last week. Glad to see you again."
And we are also glad to see you.
We were. Some of us were kind of sick. You were sick.
Yeah, I was sick.
But we had some fun. If you guys check out our Instagram stories.
Oh, definitely. Right? You can see what we were doing, and you saw everyone enjoyed the time.
Actually, I do. I have a little bit of Joe's birthday on
the
my
vlog.
Yeah,
exactly. I was gonna say, oh my god, if you guys
it was just me yelling at Josh for like 20 minutes.
It was still good though, man.
I cut out a lot. I looked at the footage. I looked at there was a lot of yelling. There's a lot of yelling on that bus. Yeah. What happened to the weapons in the concept part? I don't know. I honestly, I'm done.
I agree. Oh my god, I thought that a while back. What happened to all that?
Let me address,
where did it go?
Let me address this first because he's been doing this for the past few weeks. Flash. I know you want us to read your comment, but like spamming all these emoticons and everything is just honestly gonna get you fast track to being blocked. So I'd stop.
Flash. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. And Jezzer being nice to you, but honestly, I'm a guy that loves to have a block party, and you can be the person that gets the VIP. So that means I will block the out of you. Honestly,
you're first on the VIP list, Flash. So
don't be that
keep
guy,
doing that shit, and you're done. You're done.
Good done. I love that.
You're good done. Goodbye and done.
Goodbye and done. Good done. That's it.
You will be on the list of excommunicated followers. There's only one other person on that list, and we haven't seen him for a while.
He's
Mr.
gone.
Martinez
yes, that's
is
right.
gone.
Oh my god.
He's been gone forever.
Oh my god.
Forever. And I don't miss him at all.
Oh my god.
Blackwing says BSB karaoke again. Yes, but not. We did not choose it. Joe always chooses BSB.
Yep, that's right.
There's so many songs in that book.
There are, but it's all about the range.
I guess.
And the level.
Yeah.
And he's like, "This is the only one I got."
Oh, so,
I'm like, I don't know. I could sing.
Oh, Flash says, "Sorry guys, didn't mean to be disrespectful." It's not disrespectful. It's just I know the past few weeks there are a lot of people in the chat getting annoyed by it. So they're calling you out. But I wasn't gonna call you out, but
I was getting annoyed.
Yeah, it was getting annoying. So just you don't want to be good done.
Yeah, you don't want to be good done. We like you.
Yes.
We like you.
So keep coming by and watching.
We like you far more than we like the Mighty Morphin ending.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for this storyline.
But you know
I'm
what?
so sorry.
But
the ending was not good.
You know what's great though? You know what's great though? Ryan Parrott's coming.
He's
coming.
Big. All right, we are getting a time jump, and we're gonna be introduced to Tommy in 2 ways. One, Tommy being introduced to the MMPR team, and then becoming the Green Ranger, and then also Tommy being reintroduced to the world on Mighty Morphin in the comic as the White Ranger. Now, this is huge because we're going to be able to tackle moments in his life. And we're going to see how he's evolved in one way and how he's being introduced in another. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, is really cool because it shows the growth of a character. Yeah. And we're seeing it in 2 ways. And that's what I'm going to love seeing and how they're going to really tackle it. And yet it all connects for the Necessary Evil storyline. Mm. So I am thrilled. And this kind of playing with time in this way to tell a story is good. It's something that Stephen King is really used to. If you ever read The Dark Tower, that's really all they do when it comes to The Dark Tower is playing with time. They also do play with time. And it's a really great way for a writer to challenge themselves. And I think Ryan Parrott will be able to handle it.
You think he's gonna get confused a little bit?
No,
he's like,
dude.
He has like a different.
What he shared with me was like, yo, he has a plan, and he was like, the plan is set. It's going to be great. Yeah. It's going to be something that people would not see coming for Power Rangers because they're not used to that level of storytelling.
You'll never see me coming.
Exactly.
I bet he has a different room where he writes for every time. So, like, he'll go into this room. There's a big sign on that says Mighty Morphin. There's another room that says Go-Go.
Go-Go.
And he starts typing. He's like, oh, shit, I'm in Go-Go room.
I gotta stop here. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Something. There has to be something.
That would be interesting. I wonder, does he set himself up in different ways for it?
Yeah. But, I mean, I know you guys were asking what we thought about Beyond the Grid, and that's what we thought about Beyond the Grid. It was lackluster and a wasted time.
It was in the ending, like I said, really made me more upset when they were just like, so we did all this, and is Draken going to be there? We don't know. Is this? We don't know, but we did it together. And I was like, I get the theme of the team and togetherness and one unit and family, but it's a heavy way to drive it home just for us to get this. And by doing that, what you are doing, you're kind of tearing down everything that they did. You're making it, you're taking the validity of that whole journey and making it nothing. And that's a disservice to the characters and also a disservice to the audience. My opinion.
It is. Honestly, it was a waste of time, especially coming off something as big of an arc as Shattered Grid.
Yes.
And then you wanting to highlight some of these other Rangers that aren't Ranger, or like they don't have their powers, but you don't get to feel for these Rangers because you don't know who they are. Who is that? How many blonde female Rangers do we have? It's like which Ranger is that?
Yeah, it was like I'm supposed to know who they are, but then there are moments where you draw them in one way and one thing, and you draw them another way and another. And I was like, wait, it's the same artist. Why are you drawing them differently? I don't get that. And it was just,
I don't know.
Too many inconsistencies, and it just felt messy. It felt rushed, and I promise you, they did not know that they had to end it as soon as they did, because once they found out, everything started to wrap up really quick.
Do you think it was so quick that they're like, oh crap, we got to get rid of it?
Yeah, I think so. When they were like, oh, okay, great, we're going to have this for more than one arc, and then they were like, oh, no, you're only doing this for one arc. We're getting rid of this. People don't like it anyway. Ryan's coming in. We're going to have him take over both. Yeah. And then they were like, wait, what? Oh, no. Because then after that, we had that mystery of who the villain was. Then I feel like after they were aware of that, they fast-tracked it. They gave us the villain. He became this kind of menacing figure. And then after that, we knew exactly who he was. And then they dispatched him like that. It was like, no, this is a shame.
It's a shame. We did have 2 super chats. Toku Kid said Jezzer should be Trevor Mandarin for Halloween. Yes, do you want to help me build that costume?
Yeah, if he does, I'm in to watch Jezzer.
And the Blur says Jason and Tommy should discuss the switch of leader. Ooh,
in the comic. That's interesting. That sounds like a dialogue that I think Ryan would approach.
Just imagine it. Tommy, Zordon just said that since you're the White Ranger, you're the new leader. I kind of want to run it by you as far as I wasn't really prepared to give up my leadership.
Well, I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, clearly, I'm the leader. I'm wearing white. I'm definitely better than you.
But you're evil. You were evil. So I mean, how can we trust you?
Yeah, that's why you have to know the mindset of your villain. Yeah. You don't know anything except not wearing sleeves, so it's good. I'm the hero, and that's it. Yeah. I think that's how.
That's how it goes. I think that's how it goes.
It's gonna be a little bit of backbiting.
There's a bunch of people going. Maybe just around 10 flashbacks. This crazy amount of emojis. Love hashtag show. Great. Career episode last. It's a lot. You guys are going at it in the chat.
You guys are really going in for it.
Yes, but let's go back to this Dr.
Should the characters in? Ooh, that's a good question.
What?
Should the characters in Beyond the Grid be destroyed?
Nah, I mean we'll need them later.
I need Jekyll or Heckle. I'm sorry. I need Heckle, and I need the Ranger Slayer. Everyone else, except for the Solar Ranger, because I think she should have a really good spinoff. Because she's like, we're at the end. She's sitting there with the new Yellow Ranger, and she says, "Well, we're just gonna go on and fight, fight evil," and essentially it looks like they're going to build their own Ranger team.
Yeah, I mean, what's limiting Boom Studios to having more than 2 comics?
Exactly. I say go ahead and do that. You have an original character now. Run with it and make that a thing, and really dedicate time to giving her a proper story.
Yeah.
That would be good. And then for the Pink Ranger or the other Kimberly, I say we can really run with that too. She's kind of like the Gamora. Think about it.
Yeah.
94 Gamora, how she's still alive.
Yeah.
That whole thing. So kind of make it like that.
Make that warrior out of time, warrior out of space.
Exactly. Out of space and out of time now. She's kind of lost.
Where would you have her go?
That's the whole thing. Because she's lost in time. Yeah. You don't want her to ever be in the same kind of time frame or space as the other Kimberly. Yeah. So you want her to be away, but still deal with things. I say push her farther into the future, and let her kind of have something going on, or put her in one of the splitter timelines and have her fight there as a Ranger, because she's dope. I mean, as far as combat skills, we saw how good she is. So she deserves to continue to go on.
Yep.
She's like a female John Wick, dude.
So let's go back to the news of the Beast Morphers. What do you want? Spin-off or special guest appearance of Dr. K?
Special guest appearance.
I think that what Hasbro has shown us with the leaps that they're taking with Power Rangers, as far as bringing back other characters, bringing back from other series, I think that they're taking a chance, and it's like all or nothing for them. Like they really need to make a splash. As far as like maybe to their investors or to Hasbro, to the higher ups at Hasbro, like, this is you guys spending all this money on this franchise. We're gonna make sure that it's worth your time, worth your money.
Ooh. And that's good. Actually, it's a great statement to be made, and I am down with it. So far, what they are doing is different, and they are taking chances that, well, funny enough, Saban should have taken a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
And by that, it lets us know that they are listening to the fans. They are catering to the people that matter most.
Yeah.
The people that actually buy your toys. Because, let's be honest, we know that's exactly what still kind of lets Power Rangers run. If you buy my merchandise, my show will continue to go. So, by doing that, cater to us. And you're doing a great job in doing so. You have the Lightning figures, which is more for the more discerning kind of collector, the purchaser.
And let's not get into the problems that came with the fandom with the Lightning figures. It's just.
But you have the more discerning audience that want them. And when I say that, I mean what I am saying is the older audience. Yeah. You know, it's the retro audience.
Yeah, the nitpicky stuff. And entitled audience.
No, because the thing is, when I was talking about the audience, I'm talking about the people that actually wanted to buy the toys, bought the toys, and are happy. Even if you did complain, hey, you know what, you spent your money, I guess you can complain, that's fine. But don't send letters and say you hate them. But then also there are the kids who buy the toys, which they're not doing a Lightning collection for them, they're doing just the other ones. So still you can play with those toys, etc., etc. So with that, I think Hasbro knows who they have to market to, and they're doing well. They're killing it. They're selling like gangbusters, and I hope that they continue to listen to the audience and continue to make good content. Because right now they're making really good stuff. Shows are good. I am enjoying the season, and it's a season I'm excited about while it's happening. That's rare for me.
The one thing that I'm pretty excited about for this, for her coming to the series, is I want to see her interact with the Gold Ranger, and like, I see what you did here. It's very impressive, but let's do that. Like, she makes tweaks or something. Makes things even better, more weapons or something. I think there's just so much.
I think that's good because he should learn from her.
Yeah, honestly, like if it were to just be more Rangers coming back, they pretty much have the same powers, and it's just Rangers fighting monsters. Versus bringing someone in like Dr. K, where like you can really guide the story or character development for some of these characters. just her interaction with how she is, like the way she is, it's like she's like borderline like high functioning like autism.
Yeah.
Like not so much, but she's like she's a super genius where she's like super socially awkward. And just having her interact with someone like Benny and Betty would be funny.
Oh, that would be funny.
It would probably like grind her gears as far as...
Well, dude, come on. Benny and Betty, even though they're great and we love them, they can be annoying because they go too much. But her, like you said, her and the Golden Ranger, I think their connection is going to be great. He is going to learn so much from her, but she's going to learn so much from him because of the whole how they've accessed and are manipulating the Morphin Grid in a way that other people didn't get to do. How be able to drain power from it and yet still not... to siphon power from the actual Morphin Grid and yet still not drain the Morphin Grid is amazing. That whole tapping into Morphex is something that other people should have been able to take advantage of and never did until now. And I think she will be fascinated by that. Like, oh my gosh, you guys really understand it. And where I was trying to crack that code, you guys actually have. She'll fill in gaps and then she'll be able to help them even go further with what's going on.
And then what if she brings Vengeance with her? Just Evox and Vengeance together. That'd be a...
If she brings man, how though?
How?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, at the
end... He'll just figure out... Yeah, I'm thinking like he'll just... It's a computer program. Yeah, so he'll just...
He might hijack... I don't know. He might actually get there first. Maybe that's the reason they bring Dr. K. And another thing that a lot of people are saying... on Twitter and everything is like, oh, this can't happen. They're in different dimensions. Did you not watch the 25th anniversary episode?
Did you not watch the first episode?
Do you not know this is a Power? It's like sci-fi. It's a sci-fi show. There's no barriers. There's no rules that say you can't jump dimensions. It's just Dr. K. Come on. It's just the single-minded stuff. It's just kind of like mind-boggling. Sometimes I don't like. Honestly, I want to stop following some of these Ranger Twitters, but because a lot of my friends are on them, I see them if they respond to it. So Toku stopped responding to it, so I don't see these annoying, stupid people.
Once again, it's Toku the troll.
I know, man. He's like, oh, Jezzer, look at this. It's like, oh, he sent me a video.
Yeah, oh man, dude.
Did you send it to him too?
No.
He sent me a video of some dude, and I was just like,
his responses and what he does, literally, he'll say something and he'll just leave it there, and he's like, watch this. And then people go insane. Well, that's not accurate because blah blah. And he'll let them keep going.
I feel like what he
handing
does.
them rope.
I feel like what Toby does. He's like, oh,
this is where you're wrong.
The news seems a little weak today. Let's gas up Jezzer and like see. Let's just release him on some shit. Hey, does this piss you off? Does this piss you off? And see how it goes.
You're like, no, but this does. Oh, good. Perfect. And then he just goes in on it.
He's like he's secretly like he's the the little puppet master.
Yeah, right. He's pulling the strings the whole time. Oh,
he does. God. I think he does it. He'll like Power Ranger Twitter posts on there. Jezzer, look at it. He's like Emperor Palpatine,
Oh God, he's just there the whole time.
Kill him. It's just like that. So yeah, I mean, all these things, and then it's just amazing to me. After everything, after all the things that we have said, people still doubting this shit. I mean, not outlets. Outlets have been.
No, for this story. It's very interesting. Outlets have not. They're not even saying take it with a grain of salt like they did last time, which is still fine. I understand as to why to say that, because you don't want to be the one that's like, yeah, I ride with them, and then find out they're wrong, and then you're like, oh, shoot. So you usually say take it with a grain of salt. But it's interesting. They're not saying it this time. They're like, so, that Aztec show just revealed.
Okay, listen, is it the worst thing in the world to like want to side with something and it doesn't happen? It's like, oh, damn. It's not It's not like you're losing your job or your livelihood. It's just, oh, I was wrong. Cool.
No. Honestly, it's not even I was wrong. It was like, oh, I backed the wrong horse.
Yeah. That's it. But you know what? Back us because it's true. Where's the black book? It's written there in the black book. It's kind of like, if it's written there, it's I'm just letting you guys know. If it's written in the book, it's happening outside of the book. I'm excited. I'm excited for the whole thing, the whole crossover with the Dino Charge Rangers and Austin St. John minus the Dino Thunder Rangers.
This is a huge year. Well,
next year,
2 years.
Yeah.
a huge 2 years for Power Rangers. We've got a resurgence that just happened this year. That's very, very large.
My guess is that the episode with Austin St. John won't come out till after Power Morphicon next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's gonna ride the whole. That makes sense.
They're gonna release. This is what's gonna happen, okay? And it's gonna be great. Because I want to request to be on stage when it happens. When they show the freaking trailer to all you freaking trolls, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's real!" It's like, no shit, Sherlock, it's real. We told you this a year and a half ago.
Dude, we just had.
I want to be on stage. I was like, "Hey Scott, I know you're gonna be releasing the trailer for the new crossover episode for Beast Morphers Season 2. Can I be on stage?" And point at people. And then maybe have a screen, and where I bookmarked a bunch of people on Twitter, have a screen like, okay, who is this? You said this. You said this. Okay. Oh no, we don't even have to do it at the panel. Or at that panel, we'll have our own panel.
We should. And
it's a special panel.
Was right.
It's a special panel. It's like, oh, we're doing giveaways. But then no, we just wanted to bring people in so that we could attack them off Twitter posts. You know, it's like, all right, who is? The first winner is this. Who is this? It's me. And then we're like, all right, so you win. Shame. And then we put them on the
what? Shame. And it's like right here, and then it just shows it. They're like, all right, yeah, let's go cry in the corner. Next.
It's good. I think it's gonna be fun. So we'll pitch it. We'll pitch it to Power Morphicon. Our panel. We're gonna do a panel. Just asking a questionnaire. We're gonna give away something. There'll be contest winners. We'll bring in so many people, and the blur says, "I hope Jezzer has a big shirt that says we told you so." You know what?
I'm telling you, that's what we should have.
Power Morphicon 2020. Even if we don't have a booth, I'm gonna make a bunch of "We Told You So" shirts. Hashtag logo on the bottom.
Logo, yeah.
And I'm gonna sell them super cheap to all the true hashtaggers.
Ooh, I love that.
And I want all of you to wear it together in the panel as we put all these other people on blast. I want a big projection screen. A huge screen with their Twitter handle. I want all those other outlets that were doubting us. I want it all there, and I'll be like, "I told ya! You guys didn't believe me. I told ya!"
Defend your tweet when you're completely wrong.
Yeah. So if you guys, if you are watching and you're not a hashtagger and you did,
is this still on the screen? Is that not?
Oh my God! I'm so sorry.
Just that? Oh my God! People were staring at that.
I was staring at the camera for a while.
Why are they just watching Vengeance? They didn't even see us in our reaction. Oh my God!
But yeah, so if you are one of the people that had doubted us and you had tweeted about it, I suggest to you that you delete that tweet before Power Morphicon 2020 because Jezzer is gonna put you on blast on a big screen in front of all of Anaheim, California. Power Morphicon 2020 is going to be the greatest. You're not going to get a Power Morphicon prom because we gave that to you guys and you still freaking whine and shit.
People did not appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
so
that was
you know
also
what?
Kind of pissed off. That's a point of contention for me.
Yes,
it really
is.
It really is.
It was just like, they're releasing this news. They're not a reliable source. We threw you a freaking prom. What more do you want? You fucking shitheads.
Oh my God. Not even the prom. Like, even besides that, we threw you a prom in light of you not believing the news that we gave you earlier concerning the crossover and where Tommy was coming back and Peter and all that. We told you guys that was happening. You said we were liars. And then it happened and not one of you said, "Oh, I'm sorry." You just sat there and just let it happen. Then we said, "Hey, we're going to bring you a prom." We brought that prom. Oh, wow, that was great. They could have done this. They could have done that. You could have thrown your own, but you didn't.
No, Itchy, my name is Jezzer, not Jezzer, and I will gladly take that Lord Draken hashtag show title.
Yes,
but my name is Jezzer. Like I told someone else before at the beginning of the show, our names are right there. If you can, reading comprehension or reading it back.
Guys, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. In fact, you know what? I think we've done enough.
Yeah, and then we trapped Josh behind the VIP bar. Yes. So.
Oh yeah, that was the worst. We made Josh suffer. Oh my God.
There's so many things. I hope no, but I didn't.
Rushed the VIP bar, and they were like, "Oh, this is why I get a drink." No, it said VIP. It's roped off for a reason. I'm sorry. We have to let the VIP people be here.
Yes.
There's the other
but
bar
to
over
everybody,
there.
listen.
But why go over there? There's a bar right there. No, I know, but just please go.
Yeah, maybe if you were watching that hashtag show before the prom, you know how things would work and what we were offering to you. To everybody that came, though, thank you so much for coming because it was definitely a blast.
It was huge.
But to all the people after that are still like, oh, who are they? They're not reliable sources. They don't know nothing about Power Rangers. Oh, we don't know nothing about Power Rangers. How about the booth? How about the Power Morphicon prom? How about the freaking 25th anniversary? The little party that we threw. We had a bunch of you. You guys don't. I don't understand the fandom. Honestly, don't understand the fandom. You guys are praising these people that are giving you mediocre shit when we're giving you the news. We're giving you real news. What are all these big Ranger outlets giving you? Oh, here is the concept title art for Power Rangers 2017 movie. It's 2019. It's over. It's done. It's over. It's done. That's not news. We're bringing you the news, and you're still not believing. You're still not enjoying. You're still not respecting. I don't understand you guys. It pisses me off, man. It pisses me off.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Dude, I gotta hold you back. Right now. Oh. All right. We're gonna breathe.
I've been holding that in for a while, man.
We're gonna breathe. All right, just calm down for a moment. Let it out. You did. You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. I need to practice my Bruce Banner.
All right. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. You honked out a little bit. You honked out. All
right, cool.
And he's right though.
He's right though. You are.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
he's right though. I believe
funny.
all of that was true. I just had him calm down because I could tell there's some people like, oh my freaking ear.
I was getting closer and closer to the mic.
And they're just freaking
everything
out
just
like,
kept
why?
popping in my head.
But oh my God, it's all stuff that needs to be said. And trust me, look, I mean, everyone's agreeing. Yeah, they're laughing about the rage, but they're also agreeing because it's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
I wish all these Ranger Twitter people were watching the show because
they never do when it's the moments that they need to hear it is the moments that they never watch.
Yeah.
They never do, and if they do watch it, they never say anything because they know that it's them. They know that they're the problem. They're the reason why people look at Power Ranger fandom and say it's toxic. They're the reason why some Ranger actors, people that have been on shows, do not want to discuss anything after they're off of the show.
Because while the Power Ranger fandom is loyal, they are also vindictive and annoying to the point where, oh, you played Kira on Dino Thunder. You played Kira on Dino Thunder. You played Kira on Dino Thunder. She's trying to freaking make her name for herself in Hollywood and more. And be more than just that one role she played for 1 year. You guys need to look past that.
Funny enough, I was looking at an interview you did with Caleb and Nico 2 months ago. Okay. Oh my God. There are moments there where I can see. Well, I mean, they say it too, where it was like, "Oh yeah, the hate tweets," and it was just like, "Jeez." And he was joking, but then after there were hate tweets. Like I didn't realize that he was even though he was joking, he was serious. There were hate tweets. You're giving hate tweets to Victor and Monty. What is wrong with you?
It's a role. I think you guys think that Power Rangers are real. It's like, and you think, oh, Angel Grove is a real place. This is all happening. This is a documentary. These people are real. No, they're not real. They're playing a role. You guys, they're playing a role. The thing is,
I can get where it's like, I just don't understand giving hate tweets to the supporting actors and not the main actors. The main actors where you're like, oh, I don't like you because what you've done and what your choices were, your acting choices in this and blah, blah, blah. And then allow the main actors to be like, well, it's just a role. I just did what they told me. And then, you live your life. But to, bug him about it, like he said, the whole Mojo thing. Did you know that you're the most hated Yellow Ranger, blah, blah. Why would you say that to me? Why would you do that?
First off, if you're at a convention and you're meeting, someone that is part of a fandom that you love, there's no reason, absolutely no reason for you to disrespect another human being like that to their face. There's no reason. And they said that it happened at WonderCon. There are only a few Power Ranger fans that I know that were that were out there, a handful of them. So if I do see you and I know who you are, I am just gonna rip on you so hard, and just you see how that feels. Hey, did you know that you're one of the worst Ranger fans in the fandom? I made a countdown on my personal website.
A countdown about how many of you guys there are. Here are your Twitter handles, your pictures, and your social media.
And then there's gonna be a bunch of other people here like you can't be chastised, you can't be doing this to fans or whatever. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Wait, why can't I do that to fans when you can do it to the actors?
Yeah, you can't. That's so disrespectful. I mean,
and you know that the actors can't retaliate.
Yeah, we've gone over this.
You hate them, and then they become the worst person ever. So you're going to be the voice of the voiceless.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, it's because especially some of these actors are great.
Dude, really good actors. And it sucks that you get pigeonholed because of the one thing you've done. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you did it so well that the fan base believes you are that person. I think that's a good job. But the thing is, it's like it ruins you when they won't allow you to spread your wings. They won't allow you to grow. They won't allow you to become more. And it's just unfair to those actors.
This one, red is not a flavor. # show thinks the fandom is toxic because of a few vocal haters. The PR, that's not toxic.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Is that not toxic?
No, I see what you're saying. So you're saying because we happen to voice our opinion about the toxicity, we are toxic. That's stupid.
No, wait, is that what they're saying?
I can't share my opinion, but then someone can share. I mean, if that's what you're saying, then that's wrong. But if you are saying,
put in the chat.
If you are saying that, well, we're not toxic.
No, I think. Okay, never seen that toxic part.
Because what I'm saying is that,
well, first off, we got a super chat from the Blur. He says THS is the best PR news outlet ever.
I appreciate
Always
it.
love watching you all. And quick question: what's the latest on Henshin Hangout? And will there be a retro tomorrow? Will there be a retro tomorrow?
Ooh, I don't believe we will have a retro yet. We're taking a hiatus because it's us going into a new season. Mm-hmm. So we're taking a little time just as if it was a season break.
Henshin Hangout will be back on. Video will be back on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Comic book realtor. Note to self: Jezzer will murder you if he sees you. And. No.
Hey,
wait, no, because that actually could get me in trouble.
Oh, okay, no.
Not murder, not real murder.
You'll be good done. You'll be good done. You'll be good done socially.
Toku Kid says he is saying the vocal minority is toxic. They don't represent the fandom as a whole.
That very true. That's very true. And when we are reacting, we indeed are reacting, and let me make sure it's clear. We are reacting to that vocal minority.
When the
rest of the Ranger fans, we definitely love you. But once again, when we do say it, we try to be clear and we say that those toxic few, those toxic individuals.
No, but to answer your question, Red is not. He says that is not what I said. I think there's a few vocal haters in the PR fandom at large. That it's not a toxic, in my opinion. Okay, this is. Yeah, no, I know. So this is what I say to that. The people that are vocal haters are also not just single Power Ranger fans. They're actually other outlets that a bunch of you follow.
Oh, very true.
If you're following a toxic person, that in turn makes you toxic. Right?
Not always, because the thing is, you may be following, even though they are toxic, they may have moments where they do give out pretty good information. It's picking out the meat from the bones. So the thing is, with that, if you start to, you ride with them, or you're standing them that hard, well then, maybe. If you're like, okay, I stand this toxic individual,
or
then there's an issue, because you line up with their beliefs.
And then there'll be people that, we'll post an article on a Ranger group. And then there'll be another outlet, Ranger outlet, they'll put on the bottom, if you guys want real Ranger news, follow this YouTube channel. First off, don't do that. Second off, you don't have. You know what, second off, you don't have real Ranger news. You are just telling what Hasbro tell you, or telling people what Hasbro has released. It's not Ranger news. We got the Ranger news.
No, but
Get
also
off
I gotta
fucking thread, bro.
But I've also got to say I don't like when our fans go on to other people's things and do that too. Oh, if you like Real Ranger news, you better watch # because this thing is. Don't do that, man. Don't come in. Don't come and poop on somebody's parade.
Don't do that. I'll do that.
Exactly. Let us do it, because if they happen to be talking mess about us, well, then that may be something different. But if they're not talking mess and they're just delivering a story, don't be the person to jump up and say, well, if you want to follow real news.
But on another note, like honestly, I love some of these other Ranger outlets that are like taking the time to just do all this research on little things. I mean, it's not big things, but little things. It's like, dude, you guys, that's your art, that's your craft.
Yeah,
the Ranger community thanks you for following all those like little stories. You know, just because everybody likes. Like I've noticed a lot of Ranger fans enjoy seeing Rangers and other things, and it's like, oh yes, it keeps the community alive.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
But you know, it's not technical news. That's just actors being actors, and you know, working outside of the. You can't expect them to keep being Power Rangers.
Exactly. Very true. I mean, I get those moments where I do appreciate it. I like to smile when I see, so-and-so is going to be on this thing. And they're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. And that may be news to them. We like to give something larger and then consider that news.
There are a ton of people, like, I know that new Power Rangers website. They release things pretty frequently.
Which one?
It's like Power Rangers, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
It's some new website.
Yeah, some new website. Okay. But there are some outlets that are just like.
See, that's the thing. You're saying is great, but there are people out there right now that are saying no, it's not, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not. Red says, I think #show does great work. I don't think you should give a platform to these haters. The thing is, they've had a platform. Some of them longer than us. Some of these haters have a platform longer than us. Some of these haters we have the same framework as some of them, but we took it to the next level, so they're a little bitter. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So like they'll have like their little army come into our Twitter post and say, "Don't believe." You'll come into our Twitter post and say, "Don't believe anything that they say." You know what? You know, it's
my thing is like you say that, or you have your army come and say that, but how about being honest with them and let them know that there are moments where you used to come to us and say, "How can I work with you?"
Yeah, or
how can I be part of this? How can we do something together?
The elitist, the people like there's some of them like, "Oh yeah, we got this Hasbro box, we got this Hasbro." That's great. That's great and all, but what are you really giving back to the fans other than, "Hey, I got this, you don't got it."
Yeah,
you're not giving them anything real.
I mean,
you're giving them mediocre shit. We're giving them the great shit. Whatever.
Yeah, we're actually giving news.
We're those Power Ranger drug pushers,
in an extent. I mean, when we give it, it's a good drop.
Hey, I need another exclusive from that black book. That's Toku.
Toku is that guy. So what are you gonna tell me about that black book, man? You're like, no, I can't, man. He's like, you're gonna tell me something.
Josh.
That's why he's coming in today. He's gonna read the black book. Watch. And when he reads the black book, I can't wait. We need to get a little reaction. He's here. I'm gonna get a reaction. I want to see what you do when you're reading it. Like, that's true. Yeah. That is you.
There is no reaction.
That's true.
Honestly, like, despite everything,
ice cold.
Like, I'm a real. Despite everything that I did, I did go on a little rant. It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun.
If possible, and those Twitter bookmarks are still there before you guys delete them, and buy Power Morphicon, and we get that thing, and we get a projection. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna set up a little panel.
It's gonna happen if we get that projection.
I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get shirts made. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is what it is.
Yeah, and like you said, hey, it was all in good fun, and if it wasn't you that had it, it was definitely us. So we had fun, and with that, I think we should just say goodbye.
Yeah. We had one more super chat.
Ooh.
Brent Darby says that very true equals Dan sounding a bit British there. That very true. I guess you said. I guess you sounded a little British. I guess.
Oh, that's maybe.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching us and joining us for TGIS. We are gonna hit you next with. Let me see what we got next. Hold on. Hold it. We have Dark Phoenix next.
Oh.
The SNN girls are coming in with Dark Phoenix, and then we're doing a summer blockbuster preview on Box Office Showdown. Are you excited for the summer blockbusters?
Oh, I am completely excited.
What's one movie you're super excited about?
When it comes to summer blockbusters, I forgot what even we have left. I definitely Men in Black doesn't consider a summer blockbuster. Is it?
It is. It's
okay.
a summer blockbuster.
Because I'm a big Men in Black fan. I know people may talk shit about it, but I'm definitely here for everything that's happened in Men in Black. I've loved it since the beginning, and I can't stop.
Brent Darby says, "What happened to talking about unused weapon art?" What was he talking about?
The Solar Ranger weapons.
The Solar Ranger weapons.
Hey, let me talk about this angry thing.
Oh. Well, okay, I'm sorry. We will chit-chat about that maybe even next week when we're talking about everything else that's happening that's new, because by then we'll have... No, June 26th is when the comic comes out, so shoot, we won't. Okay, so the whole thing concerning unused art. Very quick, very easy. I was upset concerning it because it looked dope. The concepts that they released, and they were like, this is going to be a big thing, and just wait for it. They jettisoned all of it, and instead I think what they chose to do was work on trying to give us a cool Megazord that we only saw for probably 4 panels. And that was disappointing. Once again, like I said before, a disservice to us as an audience, and also a disservice to the artist that took the time to go ahead and give us those weapons, because that was going to be dope. Yeah. But hopefully the Solar Ranger will have her spinoff, and she will find a new team. And with finding a new team, she'll probably use those weapons, because there's no reason to throw it away after you revealed it to the entire world.
Yeah. Flash, he said, I actually love Dark Phoenix. Don't know why people hated it. We'll tell you why on Superhero News Network. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday. Like we said, you could be anywhere else, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. This is TGIS. We are here. We got 2 more shows coming up for you, so stick around. Let's see where you are.